Hey there, homeschool friends. This is Carrie with Any Day Blessings, and on this channel I try to show you all things homeschool, be it curriculum flip-throughs and reviews, or scheduling and planning out the year, or where to store the stuff and how to organize all your homeschool supplies. Anything homeschool related, I try and put it on this channel. I also have an Instagram and Facebook account where I share more bits and pieces of our life, but primarily here on this channel, it's all things homeschool. You can also find a lot of the content that I share here in written form over on my blog, anydayblessings.com. In today's video, I'm going to share with you our library haul. I haven't done one of these in a few years, so if you like this content, be sure to give me a thumbs up. I can't guarantee that I'm going to be able to do a library haul every time we go to the library because we go weekly, and that would be a lot of library hauls. So I'm not saying I'm going to do this like all the time, but I might try and do a couple more if a lot of people really like it. You know, I'll space those videos out over the school year. So go ahead and hit like if you like to see what we're reading in any given week or a couple weeks time, and I will try to make more of those if enough people like them. If you haven't yet subscribed, I would encourage you to subscribe because this video has a giveaway in it, and I have a couple more giveaways coming probably next week, beginning of August, something like that. I'm going to have more giveaways coming. So be sure that you go ahead and subscribe so that you know when those videos are published. Now, like I said, I do have a giveaway in this video. It's going to be a book giveaway of sorts. It's going to be an Usborne book giveaway sponsored by Stephanie from Usborne Books and More. And I'm going to put the information about that giveaway at the end of the video, so make sure you watch all the way through so you know how you can take part in that giveaway if you want to win $50 in free books from Usborne. Okay, so this is my most recent library haul. These are the books I got out last week. It's actually library day today, so I'm going to get more, which made me think of doing this video for you today, so I didn't have a huge stack to show you. But this is the stack that I got after I made that huge master list of library books for the school year. And I will leave a link below to where I showed you in video how I make my literature list, both the books that I read out loud to my kids and the books they read to me. So I'm going to leave that link below. I won't go through the whole process again in this video, but if you want to watch that, that's how I make my library lists. Now, typically I will pick just a few books off that list at a time and then allow my children to pick extra books. This particular haul is pretty much all books from that list with maybe like 2 exceptions, because my children weren't able and still are not able to go into the library and pick out their own books yet. I have tried to help them pick books out via the catalog, the online catalog, but it's just not the same for a kid. They want to look at it and feel it and start to peruse the pages and see if it's something they like. So it's not quite the same picking out library books over the computer. Mommy understands because I like to look at them too. But they typically will pick out 3 to 5 books of their own, and then I'll take about that many off of my list that I've made for the school year of books that I want to read with and to them. So roughly speaking, we get anywhere from 8 to 12 books out at a time. Try not to do too many more than that, so we don't have more than 36 to 40 books at home at any given time, because that's about what my basket back there can handle. These books here, I think I showed you my summer basket in an Instagram video. I don't think I put it on Facebook, but this is eventually going to be all library books once the school year starts. But right now I have like some summer just little learning things in there. But this is where all of our library books go, right here in our family room under the TV. And so I try to keep it just at what that basket will fill, and that's about between 36 and 40 books, something like that. So that's about how many we get out at a time. Like I said, I have a few that they picked out, but most of these are books from my list. All right, so make sure you see the video below on how I make this list, where I found out about these books, and we'll go from there, okay? All right, so the first book I have is, I'm just gonna cover up like the library sticker just for privacy's sake, but this is Third Grade Detectives. This is a series, and these are thin books, and so if you have like a reluctant reader like my son, when he sees that it's really thin and he can get like the accomplishment of a book really quickly, he loves those thin little books. This here was something my son asked me to try, which was graphic novels. So I found that they make the Boxcar Children in graphic novels, so this was one of his picks. But No Elephants. This was my favorite book from childhood, and this was part of the Moving Beyond the Page selections, so I loved seeing that there. It reminded me of that good book. This wasn't quite the book that I wanted, like the edition I wanted, but this is Umbrella. Again, I'm sorry, the library sticker's up here at the top. This book is just called Umbrella, and this here I believe was also from the Moving Beyond the Page. The illustrations are a little less inviting than the edition I meant to pick up, but it'll be okay. We'll use our imaginations to make the illustrations. Because a Little Bug Went Achoo. That's for my daughter. This is one of our family books that we're doing a nature study with this summer. One Small Square. My kids are really, really enjoying this. If you've not done the One Small Square books, you guys, they are gold mines. I'm just going to tell you. There are hands-on activities usually over here on the side. They've got little chunks of information, which if you've watched my channel, you know that's huge for my son to have little bites of information instead of a whole bunch of long text, unbroken. So he really loves the format of that book. McBroom's Wonderful 1 Acre Farm. This one looks like just a silly book. This is by Sid Fleshman, which you're familiar with him. He writes a lot of really fun poetry for kids, so check out his other works. They're really hilarious. Math Appeal. This was the sequel to The Grapes of Math, which my son really loved. These are just like little logic puzzles and things, and it gets your kids doing math concepts, mental math concepts, and they don't even know it. So this is excellent. Got that recommendation from Veritas Press. And this is something that I thought my daughter would like because she doesn't show as much of an interest in classical music as my son has, but I think kind of introducing it in a picture book form, I think she might take to it a little bit more. So very bright and colorful, great for my little rising kindergartner. Zin, 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 a Violin is the title. All right, so now those were books, with the exception of that boxcar graphic novel. Those were the ones that I picked. This one my son picked. It was just a book about NASCAR racing. It's not, again, anything super intimidating, but great for summer, just fun, rainy day read. And then the last 3 books I say for the end, because these are 3 books that I was delighted to find in the library. Well, 2 of them were. One of them, this is not truly a library haul. This is a book I purchased. But the last 2 books are all Usborne books. So I've got 2 Lift the Flap books, and then this 100 Things to Know About the Human Body. The Lift the Flap books, this one is for my daughter. So they come in all different topics. I would just encourage you to use the link below to go and look at the Usborne Lift the Flap books. If you have a child like my son who doesn't like big boxes of text, or you have a little active learner who likes to be doing something while you're reading, this one here is for my daughter. It's just like Lift the Flap opposite, so there's not that much reading. There's actually like a very little, some pages don't have anything to read on it, but some have like just like a little bit right there. But this here is for my daughter to learn opposites, and so it's doing it with pictures, but also with that flap. So you kind of have like a little opportunity to see if your child knows it. So you could say, okay, here she has a hot cup of coffee. What's the opposite of hot? Hot and cold. Do you see the ice cubes in her drink? It's cold. So this is a fun way to introduce opposites with my daughter, and she really likes lifting the flaps and doing something. Now when it comes to my son, who's in 4th grade, we have a Lift the Flaps fractions and decimals. And again, these were at my library. I was so excited to find these at my library. there's quite a bit more text, but it's still broken up with pictures, and then giving them the opportunity to stop and think about what the answer is before they lift the flap and discover it for themselves. So he really, really liked this. He like asked to read more of it, so I thought that was great. This was just a fun way for him to kind of review different things we covered during the school year over the summer, but without extra written work, because who wants to give their kid worksheets over the summer? I don't. But this is a fun way to do it and still have him keep his math skills fresh and learn that math can be fun. And the Usborne Lift to Flap books, I feel like are really good for kind of putting math into real life and putting language arts into real life. They have some punctuation and grammar books in their Lift to Flap series too. And I feel like they are really good at showing real life application, because it kind of tries to tell a story with the little flaps. And so it kind of allows your child to see, oh yeah, if I was a baker, I would really need to know fractions, Mom, because I'd have to change, double fractions and half things if I'm halving a recipe. So he was really starting to put together some connections about real life math application, which is really cool. So that is one style of book that I really love with Usborne Books and More. But I also really love these almost kind of like almanac or trivia books that they have. 100 things that you should know about, or 100 things to know about the human body. Now they have space and other topics too. This is a standalone book. They have a series of these 100 things to know books, but it's written very much like the Lift to Flap, but without the flaps. So it's just little pockets of information around the page, little tiny chunks, and lots of brilliant illustrations. The book itself is soft cover, which I was a little sad about because I'm used to the hardcover books with Usborne, but they may actually have a hard copy or a hardcover edition available. I didn't check that out. Some books they have both soft and hard cover. So we're going to actually use this book. The reason I bought it is because we're going to use this book as part of our biology, the God's Design for Life, the Human Body, in 4th grade. So we're going to bring that out just to take a break from textbook learning, which I really love the books that we've chosen, so I don't really feel like they're textbooks anyway, but just to give a change of scenery. We're going to pull this out and just take a few pages of this, and that'll be our science lesson for the day. Just if we're at the end of a unit, maybe you want to have a fun day, or maybe if we've had a really rough day in other subjects, we'll just say, you know what, we're going to hold off a little bit and we're just going to pull out a fun book. I just like to have those options for variety built in so that I can just tackle a bad day head on and hopefully get through it. So let's talk giveaway now. Speaking of these Usborne books, Stephanie from Usborne Books and More reached out to me to offer you all a $50 prize for Usborne and More, where you can pick out $50 worth of your own Usborne books, which should really get you a nice size stack depending on what you choose. I do have some more Usborne books in my library list, or my library hold list, that haven't come in yet, but they have so many to choose from. These are by no means all that they have available. They have chapter books, they have reference books, they have more teaching style books with some of their writing and grammar books that they have, so lots to choose from there. And there are a couple different ways that you can enter this giveaway. Number one, there's going to be a link in the description below where you can maybe pick up some of your own Usborne books. Using that link, it's a link that Stephanie created just for viewers of this channel to use, and anyone who places an order for Usborne books of any size, anyone who places an order on that link will get 3 giveaway entries into the giveaway that she's hosting. So if you purchase, you will get 3 giveaway entries. If you do not make a purchase, that's okay. You can still get in on the giveaway. You just need to be subscribed to this channel, and you need to leave a comment down in the comment section with which Usborne books you really enjoy or maybe you want to get someday. So those are the ways that you can enter the giveaway. 1 giveaway entry for the comment, 3 giveaway entries for a purchase on the link in the description below. And for either way that you enter, you need to be subscribed to this channel. So I hope that you guys can head over there to Stephanie's website and find some good resources to have, things that will break up the monotony, things that will save a bad day, things that will just give you a break and give everybody just a little bit of variety in the day when things are not going so smoothly. That's what I really love Usborne books for. You can still kind of feel like you move forward in learning, but it doesn't feel like a school lesson. It just feels like you're sitting down enjoying a good book with mom. So I really love adding those to our library list and to our home library. This one will stay with us, and I might end up picking up this one here because literally my little 4th grader has not put this down since we brought it home. So he really loves that lift flap style. All right, so that's what I got from the library this past week. This is what we will be reading. I did not bring in our read aloud, so I'm sorry for that. Our read aloud, we have an audiobook. We have 2 of them. We have an audiobook, Stuart Little, and we have My Father's Dragon. So those are the 2 books that I'm actually reading out loud to my kids. I am reading the books from this pile that were for my daughter. I am obviously reading those to her because she's not reading yet. But the other books that you saw here for my son, those are ones that he's going to read in his own individual reading time. So that's all I have for this video. Thank you so much if you have made it here to the end. Be sure to enter the giveaway using the link below to make your purchase at Usborne Books and More, and leaving a comment with your favorite Usborne book down below if you would like to enter that way as well. You can do both as well. So you could get 4 entries total. You could leave the comment and you could make the purchase, and you could get 4 entries that way. So I'm trying to think, I don't know what Stephanie and I agreed on as far as how long this giveaway should go, but I will double check with her, and I will put that in the description below as well so you know when the contest ends, okay? Take care, everyone, and I will catch you in the next video.